How y'all doing? Just wanted to hop in. It's time for the February newsletter. So I wanted to come in and say hello and see how you're doing. The first quarter has been absolutely amazing for me, and I cannot wait to share with you what I've been up to. But first, let's do a January recap. So last month we talked about how to connect with more photographers. And I shared 3 tips with you about reaching out to photographers. So I just want to do a quick recap before I jump into February's topic. So the first tip that I shared with you all is to get out of your comfort zone. Go to conferences, workshops, networking events, etc. The second tip was research photographers. Find out who you identify with and send them an email simply inviting them out for coffee and lunch. And of course, you should pay. Get to know more about them and find out if you have something to offer them. It's not about your motives, which is probably building your portfolio, getting experience, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, what value add do you have to serve someone else? Also, figure out how you can help them. It's okay to want to help someone else. And guess what? When you help someone else, you're helping yourself because you're learning from them and you're getting the skills and knowledge that you're seeking. So helping photographers is not a bad thing, especially when you're trying to grow. I think it's best to start from the ground up and learn all that you can about the skill that you're trying to learn. So for example, if you're trying to learn about lighting, you might want to work with a photographer who's really skilled in lighting so you can learn, be a lighting assistant so you can really watch and learn about lighting. That will help improve upon your skills. If you want to learn how to shoot details, work with somebody who really specializes in photographing details. Why? When you go help them, you will learn how to do. Just sit back and watch and see. Watch how it's done before you jump in thinking you know everything. Just wait and watch. The third tip I want to share with you all is be a confident self-starter. So be clear that when you're asking others to check and shoot for them, that just have the expectation and know that they really won't have time to train and teach you because they are a photographer and they were hired by a client to photograph their event. So just be mindful of that. Also, if you are looking for someone to train you, then invest in a photography workshop, coaching, or mentoring where you can get more one-on-one training. Okay? So make sure you guys are keeping those things in mind when you're seeking out these second shooter opportunities. Just know that you may not get the hands-on training that you're looking for. So just, make sure you're good. Make sure that you're not upset when you do get a second shooting opportunity that this person, you're not going to be able to ask them 20 questions while they're shooting. Be mindful of that. So, February topic is a tip that I want to share with you all. So, let's say you're out there, you're just banging it out. You are building your portfolio. Hopefully you're taking these tips and you're actually reaching out to photographers. And if you're not, what are you waiting for? Get to it. Go reach out to photographers, invite them out, get to know more about them, and get to work. Closed mouths don't get fed. So that means that these second shooter opportunities will not fall in your lap. You have to go out and seek them. So for February's topic, if you are shooting and you're posting and you're trying to build your portfolio and build up your social media presence and really getting into your social media marketing, make sure that you guys are using hashtags, okay? You guys are doing great things in the community, and I've been watching some of you all on social media, and I'm so proud of the progress that you're making so far. Make sure that you're posting, show what you want to shoot. And what that means is you may be shooting any and everything to really, figure out what you want to do until you get your foot in the door. But guess what? You still have to show what you want to shoot, because when you post the things that you're shooting, it may not necessarily mean that's the clients that you want. So make sure that you're posting what you're shooting. Posting what you want to shoot and want people to book you for. So with that being said, make sure that you're using hashtags. Research other photographers' hashtags. Don't do that. Don't say that came from me, but I'm telling you, it works. That's what I do. I go in my area and I see what are the hashtags that people are using, and then you figure out based on who you're trying to market which hashtags you want to use. So here are 5 no fail safe, whatever you want to call it, hashtags that I pretty much use on most of my posts. And when I don't use a lot of hashtags, it's because I'm being lazy. But that doesn't mean that you should be. So make sure that you are hashtagging your business. So for example, I'll use me as an example. I'm hashtagging Natarsha Wright Photography. If it's a wedding client, then I am hashtagging wedding day, hashtag bride, hashtag bridesmaids, hashtag bridal gang, hashtag, I don't know, groom, groomsmen, groom swag, bride swag. It just really depends on the picture you're posting and the type of whatever part of the day that you're showing. Make sure you're hashtagging that. And then I'm also tagging my area, guys. I am putting hashtag DMV photographers. I'm hashtagging Maryland photographer. I'm hashtagging DC photographer, Maryland photographer. Like, make sure. So how I do it is I go and look at the hashtag first and see how many hashtags it has on it. For me, I think that helps me to know which hashtags brides are using to look for inspiration. And so I'm heavily guided in using hashtags that are very popular, and some that are not popular, meaning that brides may look at these and may feel overwhelmed by all of the hashtags that they're looking at. And so for me to stand out, I usually do put in one that's really like, not so popular, but I use it anyway and it works for me. So make sure that you are using hashtags. You figure out what works for you, because what works for me may not work for you, but at least you're trying. So I want to leave you with this. Get out of your own way. Just start. Go out there and make it happen. Your assignment, your challenge for February, if you did not do it for January, it's going to roll over until you guys keep it in mind. Move out of your way. Reach out to photographers. Your challenge for February is to reach out to 5 photographers in your area. Yes, reach out to 5 photographers in your area. And you're simply going to invite them, see if they want to go out to brunch or happy hour, coffee, tea, whatever. If you want to go out there and make this side hustle money, you got to go out there and put in the work. All right, until next time, I'll see you guys. Oh, one more thing. So I want to tell you all what I've been working on for during my, hiatus, if you will. I've been working on some really exciting stuff. I've been working on some content and getting that out to you. You can go follow at Purpose to Create on social media. It is a new podcast that I'm starting for photographers and creativepreneurs. It's going to be a small business podcast, and I have some amazing guests coming up, guys. I've been working really, really hard recording and interviewing folks. If you have any people that you think that you would like to see me interview and ask questions and just have some interesting dialogue with, just let me know. The things that I'm going to be talking about on this small business podcast for photographers and creativepreneurs. I'm really going to be deep diving into the journeys of creatives so you all can see that, one, it takes intention, hustle, and heart. Really, if you want to pursue your purpose, you really have to put in the work to do it. It's not just going to be handed to you. You really have to work. So with the photographers that I'll be interviewing, and I have some planners too. So I'm interviewing creatives, period. I specialize in the wedding industry, so you'll really see it be heavily influenced by the wedding industry. However, I will be exploring other opportunities to interview other people outside of the wedding photography industry. So I'm really excited about what God is doing through me and the community that I'm able to serve in this season. So stay tuned. I will be seeing you soon. Make sure you go follow at Purpose to Create. And you guys got the special sneak peek in my newsletter. The only people who know about this podcast is the people that I've been interviewing. And of course, because I had to create an Instagram page, some people have been starting to find out about it. But I want to tell you personally, I wanted to invite you to follow at Purpose to Create, because that is where I'll be deep diving even more into photography. and just the struggles, that we all go through. But my purpose for starting the podcast is that I don't want entrepreneurs to feel, creativepreneurs, photographers, to feel like I felt when I started out in the industry, which is I felt like I was alone, that nobody could relate. But we all have much more in common than we think. And so I want to shed some light on that to just let you know you're not alone in building your business and building your side hustle if you decide that photography is not something that you want to do full time. But just really finding your niche and owning your niche and really owning your side hustle and just making it work for you. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.